Shock and surprise, some of the key words today in the trial of Lori Vallow, the so-called cult mother accused of killing her two youngest children. She's also been charged in the death of her current husband's first wife, Tammy Daybell. Well, today a friend of Tammy's took the stand. Alice Gilbert said she spoke to Tammy right before she died and that Tammy seemed fine. So Gilbert said she was surprised when Chad Daybell told her he thought his wife died of a blood clot. Then Gilbert said she was shocked when just 7 days after Tammy's death, Chad said he had met the woman he was going to marry, and her name was Lori Vallow. Gilbert went on to testify that Chad told her Lori had recently lost a daughter who had died. Well, let's go to NewsNation's senior national correspondent Brian Entin and Law and Crime Network correspondent Gigi McKelvey. Both have been in the courtroom all day long following the case. Brian, Alice was one of the first people to go to the Daybell house the morning that Tammy died. She said the children were obviously stunned and shocked, but that Chad was emotionless.
Yeah, it was very, very interesting to hear from Alice. It was sad. She got emotional on the stand describing Tammy as her good friend, that she was shocked when she died, and that she was even more surprised that when she went to the funeral that Chad didn't even seem that upset. And that 1 week later, she met up with Chad thinking that she was going to help him, that he was probably grief-stricken, and that is when Chad told her that he had fallen in love with another woman who he was going to marry, and Alice and her husband just couldn't believe any of this.
Gigi, in the testimony today, Alice said that at one point, Chad and Lori were, quote, I'm quoting here, all over each other in front of Alice and her husband.
Yeah, and I mean, you have to consider, this is just right after Tammy Daybell dies. In fact, she said they were acting like teenagers. The both of them on the stand described them as teenagers. They had never seen Chad that way with Tammy, ever. But he had his arm around Lori, had his hand on her leg, was rubbing her leg. So just, it has to be quite a shock for these people who were friends with both Chad and Tammy to see this just a week after they buried Tammy Daybell.
And Gigi, Alice Gilbert also said that Chad mentioned that Lori had lost a daughter, that she had recently died. This is key because this is before anybody even knew that Tylee and JJ were dead.
Right, and I've always wondered why they would say that, because it's very easy to do a Google search and see she had a daughter. And then after Lori was arrested back in February of 2020, Chad walked back on that and said, we never said that, or I never said that she didn't have a daughter. So he knew at that point the walls were closing in, a little different than in October when he was a free man, Lori was there to be his bride, and then after her arrest, definitely his tone changed about whether or not Lori had a daughter.
Brian, we also heard testimony from the medical examiner who was cross-examined by Lori Vallow's lawyer about the bruises that were found on Tammy Daybell's arms and chest. Under cross-examination, he really doubled down. He said that these bruises were consistent with somebody being restrained.
Yeah, absolutely. It appeared that there may have been a struggle. He explained that she ultimately died from asphyxiation, and that there was really no doubt about that this was not a death from natural causes, and that there may have been a struggle, and that she may have actually been held down, and that may have been where those bruises came from.
And there was also testimony, Brian, about Tammy's Fitbit.
Yeah, this I found very, very interesting because you just never think about this, but the detectives actually got a subpoena to go into the records from Tammy's Fitbit and were able to track all of her steps for the year, month by month, leading up to her death, and were able to determine that she was very, very fit, that she walked more than the average person, that she was training for a 5K. Again, that initially sort of opened their mind to the fact that this doesn't necessarily seem like a woman who was sick, who may have had an embolism. There is something more going on here.
Wow. All right. Brian Entin, Gigi McKelvey, pretty dramatic day yet again in court. Thank you for all of those updates tonight from Idaho.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.